Freedom of Information Act. FOIA.
BZ Watchdog News Network.
Welcome back to the channel, Watchdogs. Pull up a chair, grab your popcorn, and maybe a stress ball, because today we're taking a little field trip to the city of Whitney, Texas, aka where accountability goes to die, unless your boy BZ shows up. In today's video, we're covering the November 20th, 2025 Whitney City Council meeting, where I was personally invited out because, surprise, surprise, there were some things in this cute little town that weren't being done right. I know, shocking, right? Government not following its own rules. Who could have seen that coming? Let's start with how this mess kicked off. I began filing records requests with the city of Whitney, and from day one, it felt less like transparency and more like a hostage negotiation. Delays, confusion, attitude, everything but, yes sir, here are your public records like the law requires. Then I ended up with body cam footage involving Mr. Larry Farmer, who was officially oppressed and mistreated by Officer Christian Alex Tillman and Sergeant, now acting Chief of Police, Sam Hathaway. On that stop, I noticed some issues that didn't sit right. And apparently I wasn't the only one, because someone from inside the city reached out and told me, hey BZ, they changed the school zone times and did it without council approval. Why? Oh, I don't know. Maybe to magically dodge a potential lawsuit, Mr. Farmer, after they trampled his rights on the side of the road? Because nothing says we did nothing wrong, like quietly changing signs and hoping nobody notices. So I started digging deeper. I showed up. I spoke at the city council meeting, and like clockwork, the more sunlight I brought in, the more red flags started popping up all over Whitney, like weeds in an abandoned lot. I even called Public Works about the school zone time change and the school district, still waiting on the records to back it up, because God forbid the city just answer a question straight. But instead of professional transparency, what did we get? The Public Works superintendent's wife runs to Facebook to defend her husband, attack me, and pretend she's suddenly an expert in law, policy, and public records. And just when you thought the circus only had one freaking clown, her sister jumps in too, tag teaming in the comments like it's WrestleMania for Karens. Neither one of them freaking knows the law. What they do specialize in is the ancient art of Karenism. Advanced degree, full scholarship, top of the class. If there was a Karen masterclass, these two would be the featured instructors. Module 1, how to be loud and wrong in public. Module 2, how to cry victim while your city breaks the law. So, in this video, you're going to see exactly what happened at the Whitney City Council meeting, how these so-called leaders react when real questions get answered, and why this little town is suddenly scrambling now that the cameras are rolling and the watchdogs are watching. I'll be jumping in throughout with commentary, receipts, and a little bit of well-deserved embarrassment for the folks who thought they could change signs, play games with records, and then cry on Facebook when they got called out. So do me a favor. Smash that like button like it's a bogus ticket in a school zone. Drop a comment or two, especially if you're tired of small-town power trips. Share this video everywhere so the Karens of Whitney can see themselves in 1080p. And to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss what comes next, because I'm not done with this story, and I'm definitely not done with Whitney. All right, Watchdogs, let's roll this bad chicken.
BZ Watchdog.
You know when my time starts. All right, guys. Well, as she said, I'm BZ Watchdog. You guys haven't had the pleasure of getting to know who I am just yet, but you guys are going to get real intimate with me here shortly. I've been a thorn in Hillsborough side. If you've seen, I've been making a lot of changes in Hillsborough. Well, guess what? Whitney, you got me. You requested me. Mr. Cribble, Ms. Saunders,
and everybody else that you've had issues with on social media. I've seen all your posts. Records requests. Oof. Miss Christie, I think I slammed you this week with about 15 or so. Be continuing to do them, and if you're going to go ahead and stonewall with Fort Messer, I've been battling them. They don't usually win against me. I've got my legal team behind me, so I don't know if your page goings or not, but good luck. I will get those records faster than you guys have been stonewalling Kent Scales and everybody else in this town. Don't fold your arms. Don't be nervous, Jason. Mr. Pribble, I don't know when you put those little reflector signs up, but council never agreed on it, never agreed to the change. Speed, I talked to the education board. They never agreed to the time change for that. So it leads me back to good old Sam Hathaway, good old chief, who doesn't shake hands, by the way, because that body cam video you guys all saw, he don't like to shake hands, Mr. Larry's farmer. His officer decided to put him right in cuffs. And oh man, disabled. Really? That's oppression. That's that front. It's 3902, Texas Penal Code. And guess what? Your officers, trash. Oh, I think I know why Schultz left. Guess what? That's all I do is police and government accountability. I'm on Facebook, I'm on YouTube. I got a really big platform and it's growing every day. So if you guys are going to keep breaking the law, like your Texas Open Meetings Act violation you just did when you went to executive session, nobody voted on that. You can't make that decision. You're not the queen. You're the mayor. You answer to the people, the council. You still have to go towards the law. The law tells you what you can and can't do. He's supposed to enforce it. He is not supposed to listen to you, like throwing people out at the last meeting. You can't break the law. And when people break the law, that's when I get involved. I will investigate you. I will dig up all the dirt and all the stuff you guys have done going to YouTube because I know exactly what you guys are doing. I've already been looking into all of my records. And I'm going to take it to the district attorney. If you don't want to do anything, I'll take it to the attorney general and the inspector general. You guys can either leave office or do it right. You only got two choices. Or you'll leave out there in handcuffs. He might go with you. He might be, arrested for abuse of office and official oppression. So with that being said, you guys have been put on notice. I will be at every city council meeting. You can't get rid of me. I don't care what you tell that man. Go ahead and violate my First Amendment or my Fourth Amendment right. I will sue you. I will sue you. Let that sink in. That ain't going to affect the taxpayers. It's going to affect the insurance. It's going to cost that legal group to charge more money to the people of the city. So you can't get your roads fixed. Whoever spoke on that. Not going to get your roads fixed. Water, I guess that's already a mess. You guys aren't doing anything you're supposed to be doing. You're bad government. And you know what you need? An enema. I'm in. I will clean you out. You guys will be gone. How much more time I got, Mayor?
38 seconds.
38. That's a lot. That's a lot more than Hillsborough likes to give me. But anyways, Christian Alex Tillman, former of Hill County Sheriff's Department. Oh, I don't know the hell I'll stop. Who writes up that man? Because he's not wearing a tank badge. That's a policy violation. How is anybody supposed to know who that officer is if he doesn't have a tank badge on? I asked him to identify earlier. Attitude. Just ask him what his name was. That's what you guys treat people coming through Whitney? That's okay. I guess they don't like the people here. I don't know. You guys like your people here? Anyways, about 38 seconds up, I'm just killing the time at this point, so I want to get my full 4 minutes. I'll do it in silence. There you go. Perfect. Thank you.
For Public Works after hours.
This is Mark.
I'm sorry, you cut out, sir.
This is City of Whitney Public Works.
Yes, sir. I was trying to talk to somebody who was in charge of Public Works.
Yes, sir.
Would that be you, sir?
I'm the supervisor here, yes.
Okay, I have a question for you, sir. I don't know, this may sound off the wall, this may sound a little crazy, or maybe I don't know. There's some signs over by the intermediate school over there on San Jacinto, the school zone area.
Yes, sir.
There appears to be some sort of signage or stickers that have been placed over the signs. It shows like a different time for the school zone there. Do we know if you guys put that there, and if you guys did, do we know when that became effective? Because I drove through there and I didn't realize that was it had changed.
Those were put there there in September, right after school started.
So, do you know what day specifically?
I'd have to look that back up in our records, but it's when the school changed their times for a 4-day week. We had to change the times.
Well, I know they voted on it back in February, I believe, or March. And I know the first day of school was in August, so that's why I'm kind of confused to why they would be changed in September. And I just was trying to get an effective date that was done.
Well, we actually, when school started, they announced the 4-day work week. We had to have new times made.
Okay.
For the stickers.
Okay. Was
So
that?
we covered up the old times with the new stickers.
Okay, so that was your department that did that.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Where did you guys get the stickers? Is that something you guys printed up yourselves, already had, or did you guys have to go to like
No, we had to contract those out from a sign shop.
Oh, a sign shop. Is that somewhere local, or was that somewhere that you guys had to, like, you have a contract with the city?
It's actually in Osceola.
It was what? I'm sorry, you cut out.
Osceola?
Osceola?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
We deal with the sign shop out there.
And I mean, I know you're instructed to do it. I know that's not something you just decided to do yourself. Do you know who informed you that they had to be done?
I believe it was between Whitney ISD and the city council.
Okay. But do you know who specifically gave you the email, the memo, or said, hey, Mark, go make sure these signs are changed?
No, we had to order the stickers, and then we had to, when they came in, we had to go put them out.
But nobody specifically told you, or you didn't get an email?
Sir, I would have to get back into all my emails and find out the exact dates.
Okay, I just was wondering if it was Janice or if it was Mr. Pribble.
I don't know, sir. Like I say, I'm the supervisor. I have the director. He is out today.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought you were in charge of Public Works. I didn't realize you had somebody else in charge above you at the Public Works.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm sorry. The phone's been cutting out. I mistook you for being the actual director of Public Works when you said that.
No, sir.
So I apologize.
I said I was the supervisor.
Right. I apologize. I thought you said superintendent. I'm sorry. This phone keeps cutting out. So I apologize, Mark. So yeah. Okay. So if I wanted to find out more details, I would just do like a records request with you or like the city or how would that work?
You could probably check with the city. Because, like I said, I would have to look up through all the emails of when they were ordered, and then when they were put up, and to that extent. Because when the school went to a 5-day school, and from 5 to 4, the times change at the schools. So they started earlier and they go later.
Okay.
So we had to change the times on these signs.
Okay. Okay, well, I mean, I get that. That makes sense, to reflect that.
Yes.
And
we weren't actually notified until after school started.
Okay. Well, that makes more sense. Okay, well, and do you know when your boss will be in, or whoever is in charge of Public Works?
He should be in tomorrow.
What's his first name, so I know who to get a hold of?
Chris Brennan.
Chris, I'm sorry, you cut out of Chris what? Brennan?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. I'll just try to call back, or I'll try to reach out to the city to do, I guess, a records request.
Yeah, because like I say, I would have to go back and look at.
Yeah, I'm not going to create extra.
When I ordered them.
I'm not going to create extra work for you. If you don't know off the top of your head, I'm not going to create it. I'll just get it from the city because I'm sure they have some sort of a paper trail or something, right?
Yeah, possibly should, yes, because I know that we were told that the schools have gone to different times and different days, so we had to change the numbers on these signs. And I want to say we ordered those in the end of August. We got those at the beginning of September.
Okay.
So it's been changed. They've been changed since September.
Okay. So, but that's confirmed. They were changed out in September.
Yes, sir.
Okay. No worries.
I don't know the exact date. I know it's the beginning of the month because we had to try to get them done because school already started and they changed to the school dates.
Yeah, no worries. And I'll try back tomorrow if I can't get a hold of Mr. Brennan, then I'll just reach out to the city and see what come up with. That's no problem.
All right.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate you, Mark.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Have a good day.
I'm actually more effective on the phone. But I did not find it on our website. It's under calendar at the top of the website. When the calendar page shows up, you can click on printable, that comes up on the district-wide calendar. So here's the link. All right, Watchdogs, let's land this plane right on top of City Hall's roof. So let me say this loud enough for the Queen of Whitney and her court jesters to hear it from their little taxpayer-funded castle. The last thing any city in Texas needs is this watchdog sniffing around their dirty laundry, because this bloodhound will find it. I didn't just randomly roll into Whitney for the scenery and the potholes. I was invited here. People were begging for help because they couldn't even get basic public records without a fight. I came here over records requests, and sure enough, right out the gate, I hit a brick wall of incompetence and arrogance. The chief administrative records custodian, the self-appointed Queen of Whitney, is supposed to make records available to any member of the public. That's literally the job. Instead, she acts like she's guarding national security secrets instead of school zone emails and council agendas. Rather than learning how to do her job, she runs straight to an outside law firm at $200 an hour to read emails and figure out how to ship every single thing off to the Attorney General just to stall. $200 an hour to drag their feet, $200 an hour to not answer questions, $200 an hour to sit on city council meetings they don't need to be at, plus travel time from the Metroplex. Meanwhile, the roads are trash, the water's a mess, but hey, no worries. There's always money to pay lawyers to help the Queen dodge public records and accountability. Then we've got this school district clown show. They agreed to go to a 4-day school week, but I can't find one single vote, not one clean record, where they actually approved the new times for the different schools. The district calendar I pulled from the admin building, all the times look the same. The paperwork says one thing, the signs say another, and the law says you can't just wing it. Then we have Mr. Larry Farmer, a disabled man who knew the school zone times, knew when he could drive, knew that road. He gets stopped, mistreated, oppressed, and the moment that body cam gets requested by a council member and I start sniffing around, magically, overnight, the school zone signs change. Chief resigns, new acting chief gets slid into place, and then surprise. The signs out front of the intermediate school are swapped out and changed without council ever voting on it. No traffic study, no proper process, no vote from council. Public Works is just told, put up the new signs. The mayor and council approved it. Oh, really? Show me the records. Show me the agenda, the motion, the vote, the study. I'll wait. Right now, the only thing I see is a city scrambling to cover its backside because a body cam came out and a watchdog showed up. And while all of that's going on, I'm still waiting on my records. The same records that are apparently so dangerous and complicated that we need a $200 an hour law firm to review them just to send them to the Attorney General. Not to follow the law. No, just to squeeze every last billable minute out of the people of Whitney. Then we've got Public Works Director Chris Brennan's wife, Natalie Brennan, out here on Facebook running her mouth about legal stuff she clearly doesn't understand, trying to play discount lawyer of the year, and she really knows is whatever little bits of pillow talk Chris is feeding her from city business. Stuff he probably shouldn't be telling her in the first place. That's how you end up with lawsuits, terminations, or both. Facebook is not attorney-client privilege, sweetheart. Let's not forget the acting chief who can't even follow his own department's basic policy and show up to work wearing a proper name tag. The city expects citizens to follow every single rule down to the letter, but their own acting chief can't comply with the simplest identification policy. If you can't be bothered to wear your name, you don't need the badge, period. And now, right on cue, we've got Mr. Billy Pribble, the city administrator, racing to push out his resignation before the liability wave hits, before the lawsuits, the AG opinions, and the investigations start stacking up with his name all over them. And the city's Facebook page has the nerve to post they're looking for a new city administrator to serve under Her Royal Highness. In what world would any sane, competent professional sign up to work under a mayor who treats the law like a suggestion and transparency like a personal insult? And for the little bonus round, Whitney's got a twin flame in Coolidge. Funny how both towns have female mayors who squeaked into office by a single vote, unpaid positions, and yet they act like they're running the White House. Same attitude, treat people like trash, can't handle criticism, outsource everything to law firms, break open records laws daily like it's a hobby, and then act shocked when BZ Watchdog shows up with a camera and a stack of statutes. Here's the bottom line. If you're a city cutting corners, stalling records, and playing games with the law, I am absolutely the last person you want sniffing around your little kingdom, because I will dig, I will document, and I will expose. I will put it in front of thousands of people who are tired of small town tyrants doing whatever they want with taxpayer money. So before you click away, if you want to see more corruption exposed, more small town empires crumble under the weight of their own arrogance, and more sunlight burning through this nonsense, drop a donation if you're able. It helps keep the gas tank full, the cameras rolling, and the records requests flowing. Become a channel member and join the Watchdog Pack officially. Grab some merch, t-shirts, hoodies, coffee mugs, and all the goodies that let the next city know the Watchdogs are watching, and they are coming. And if you live in Whitney or anywhere nearby, the city's contact info is down below. Use it, call, email, file your own records request, redress your grievances, and remind them who they actually work for. Smash that like button like it's a bogus school zone ticket. Drop a comment with what you think of this mess. Agree, disagree, I read it all. Share this video everywhere. Facebook groups, community pages, your nosy neighbor's inbox. Let Whitney know the world is watching. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss the next chapter in this beautiful disaster. Because at the end of the day, sunlight is still the best disinfectant. And if there's corruption, incompetence, or abuse of office hiding in your little town, I'm your boy BZ Watchdog. This bloodhound is on the trail, and I'll see you in the next video.
Freedom of Information Act. FOIA.
BZ Watchdog News Network.
BZ Watchdog.